Welcome, my fellow horror enthusiasts, to another bone-chilling episode of Estica. Tonight, we journey into the shadows to uncover the top 10 creepiest haunted places with dark histories. These locations are shrouded in mystery and ghostly tales that will make your skin crawl. So, turn off the lights, get comfortable, and let's dive into the macabre. Number 10, the Tower of London, England. This historic fortress has seen centuries of bloodshed and imprisonment. From the ghost of Anne Boleyn to the shadowy figures of tortured prisoners, the Tower of London is a hotspot for paranormal activity. Visitors often report seeing the headless ghost of Anne Boleyn wandering the corridors where she was once held captive. In addition, the White Tower is said to be haunted by the White Lady, whose eerie presence is marked by the scent of roses. Number 9, the Stanley Hotel, Colorado, USA. Famous for inspiring Stephen King's The Shining, the Stanley Hotel is notorious for its ghostly inhabitants. Guests have reported hearing disembodied laughter, ghostly piano music, and even seeing apparitions of past guests. Room 217 is particularly famous for its paranormal activity, where housekeepers have witnessed items moving on their own and guests have experienced strange occurrences, such as lights turning on and off by themselves. Number 8, the Aokigahara Forest, Japan, also known as the Suicide Forest. Aokigahara is a place of tragic history and eerie silence. It's said to be haunted by the restless spirits of those who took their own lives among the twisted trees and dark paths. Many visitors report an overwhelming sense of dread and disorientation, as if the forest itself is alive and leading them astray. Local legends speak of uriai, or vengeful spirits, that haunt the forest, seeking to trap the living. Number 7, the Ancient Ram Inn, England. Built in 1145, this inn is considered one of the most haunted places in England. It stands on an ancient pagan burial ground and is plagued by ghostly apparitions, poltergeist activity, and a malevolent entity known as the incubus. Guests have reported being pushed, pulled, and even attacked by unseen forces. The owner, John Humphreys, has discovered evidence of ritualistic sacrifices and children's bones beneath the floorboards, adding to the inn's dark reputation. Number 6, the Myrtles Plantation, Louisiana, USA. This plantation is steeped in tragedy and death. Known as one of America's most haunted homes, it's said to be inhabited by the spirits of former slaves and the victims of a brutal murder that took place on the property. Chloe, a former slave, is the most famous ghost, often seen wearing a green turban. Legend has it that she poisoned the family of her master, and her spirit now roams the grounds, forever seeking forgiveness. Number 5, the Island of the Dolls, Mexico. Located in the Xochimilco canals, this island is covered with hundreds of creepy, decaying dolls. The caretaker, Don Julian, placed them there to appease the spirit of a drowned girl. Visitors report hearing whispers and seeing the dolls move on their own. The dolls' eyes are said to follow you, and many believe the spirit of the drowned girl possesses the dolls, seeking company and solace. Number 4, Poveglia Island, Italy. Poveglia Island served as a quarantine station for plague victims and later as a mental asylum. The island is said to be haunted by the tortured souls of those who died there, and it's often referred to as the world's most haunted island. Screams and cries are often heard echoing through the abandoned buildings, and some visitors have reported being touched or pushed by invisible forces. The air is thick with despair and fear, as if the very ground is imbued with the suffering of thousands. Number 3, the Eastern State Penitentiary, Pennsylvania, USA. Once home to some of America's most notorious criminals, this prison is now infamous for its ghostly inhabitants. The penitentiary's unique design, intended to induce penitence through isolation, instead drove many inmates to madness. Cell Block 12 is known for its echoing voices and cackling, while Cell Block 4 houses the shadowy figure of a former inmate. The notorious Al Capone even claimed to be haunted by the ghost of one of his victims during his imprisonment here. Number 2, the Winchester Mystery House, California, USA. Built by Sarah Winchester, the widow of the inventor of the famous rifle, this sprawling mansion is a labyrinth of staircases that lead to nowhere, doors that open into walls, and secret passages. Sarah believed she was haunted by the spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles and constructed the house to confuse and trap these restless souls. Visitors report ghostly apparitions, cold spots, and the feeling of being watched as they navigate the maze-like corridors. Number 1, the Amityville Horror House, New York, USA. In 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered his entire family in this house, claiming he was driven by demonic voices. A year later, the Lutz family moved in, only to flee after 28 days of terrifying paranormal activity, including disembodied voices, cold spots, and slime oozing from the walls. Their experiences inspired the famous Amityville horror books and movies. Even today, the house remains a symbol of pure evil, drawing paranormal investigators and thrill-seekers alike. These stories remind us that even the most seemingly ordinary places can harbor dark secrets and restless spirits. If you enjoyed tonight's tales, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. And remember, next time you visit one of these haunted locations, keep your eyes open and your wits about you. Until next time, stay safe and stay spooky.